Hey, let's take a summertime look at Bergeson Dogwood. Usually we're showing you Bergeson Dogwood in the winter when it has the bright red winter stems, or in the fall when it has the luminescent cherry red leaf color that makes it so special. But you know what? It's attractive in the summer too. And it's doing its job, which is what a lot of people use it for, which is to hide things. Whether it's hiding the neighbors or hiding the propane tanks, it's thick and solid all summer long. One lesser known characteristic of Bergeson dogwood that occurs in the summer is that it blooms repeatedly throughout the summer. Now, the blossoms are not much to write home about. They're these relatively inconspicuous white blossoms, but it's unique in the fact that it does not set seed, and therefore it continues to try blooming throughout the summer. Now, I do want to tell you one thing about Bergeson dogwood. To keep them looking nice and lush and thick and neatly shaped, it's a good idea regularly to cut them back severely in the early spring. And by severely, I mean you can go 6 inches tall. And you can do that. You could even do it every year. But let's say about once every 5 years, it's a good idea to do that. It rejuvenates the plant because those red winter stems, as they age, kind of lose some of the vibrance of their color. And you might even get some dead stems mixed in there that aren't as beautiful in the winter. So chopping it off and letting it start over again is a good idea to rejuvenate the Bergeson dogwood. You might think you killed it. One time I told my guys to go out and just cut it to the ground. I said there was a hedge of Bergeson dogwood. And they took me literally. They cut it. They basically mowed it off right at ground level. I went out there and I was shocked. I was like, oh no, finally we killed them. Finally, I have given bad advice all these years. They cut them to the ground, they killed them, because 2 weeks later, there really wasn't much to see. But I tell you what, by the end of that summer, by that September, I have a picture of my dad, who's about 5'10", standing next to that hedge. And by September, it had grown back so that it was taller than my dad. It looked basically like this shrub right here. So don't worry, you're not going to kill them. They grow back quickly when you do that. Bergeson dogwood is a true native in the sense that my grandfather spotted it growing in a swamp just a few miles from Bergeson Nursery. And he thought it was nice and dense and compact. So for a while, he called it the Gary Compact Dogwood, and then we called it the Bergeson Compact Dogwood. We dropped the compact because it does get 10, 12 feet tall if you let it. But it's more fine textured than a lot of the regular coarse red twig dogwoods that you buy from the Soil and Water Conservation. And it is more dense naturally, but it can't really be called compact because, like I said, it can get 10 feet tall. Anyways, Bergeson dogwood, a great choice for a fast growing, true native, tough, reliable shrub to hide the neighbors, to hide the propane tanks, or just to put on the corner of your house.